Welcome to Crash Cars, everybody. Here we are today with a GTC4Lusso, the successor to the Ferrari FF that lasted a very short amount of time. This car is holding itself pretty well. Maybe because it's a lot better looking, in my opinion it is. So, what are we gonna do today with this car? Well, I'm gonna do an exterior review, explain some awesome stuff about it, hop inside, do an interior review. I'm also, guys, gonna pop the hood for y'all, see this beautiful, beautiful V12. Then, we're gonna take it on a test drive. And like always on Crash Cars, you are also going to hear a beautiful, beautiful exhaust startup. So, let's get down to it. What does the GTC4Lusso really mean? Well, GT, it's a Grand Tourer. Ferrari designed this car to just tour around, tootle around, go on long distance, short distance. You can even take it on the track. It's a Ferrari, why not? Now, what does the 4 and GTC4Lusso stand for? 4 people, 4 seats. This is the second iteration of a Ferrari with 4 seats. Like I said, the first one is the FF, which is now gone in history. Now, what else did they do between the FF and the GTC4? It's a completely different car. Now, what I mean by that, obviously engines, all that, blah, 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 blah. But the entire aluminum body is completely redone, and the interior is completely redone as well. Now, on the outside, what they've done for aerodynamics, instead of the FF's normal front splitter, they actually have added wings underneath, adding a dual front splitter basically. And those wings on the rear end actually help decrease the wash off the sides of the car, which help the car accelerate faster and less aerodynamics, less drag. Makes you go through the air a lot faster. Now, what else they have done? What else? They have also added a rear wing right here. And this has actually increased the rear downforce of the GTC4Lusso 40% over the FF. That's a lot, because while the rear end is longer, that spoiler, that's it. Just that spoiler increases the rear downforce that much over the predecessor, FF. That's crazy. So, what power is this beast? Well, how about I pop the hood and let's see that, and then I'll talk about it. So, let's go down here. Here we are under the hood of this gorgeous GT4Lusso. And right here in front of us is that also quite beautiful red and silver Ferrari V12. Now, to be exact on numbers, it's a 6.3 liter V12, naturally aspirated, gorgeous sound, thanks to their equal length pipes all the way down into the exhaust. Now, some numbers. Here we go. Absolutely ridiculous. This V12 produces 681 horsepower and 514 foot-pounds of torque. That's a lot. That's a lot. It's a lot. I mean, take a second and think through that. That's a GT car with over 600 horsepower, almost 700 horsepower. And it goes up to 200 miles an hour. Just think about that. Now, it goes from 0 to 62 in just 3.4. A GT car with a V12 with almost 700 horsepower, 0 to 62 in 3.4 seconds with a top speed of 208, Ferrari has outdone themselves. Now, you see this right here. Ferrari's outdone themselves even more. They've added a 4-wheel drive system to it. Now, that includes all 4-wheel power and all 4-wheel steering. So, let's hop behind the car and talk about that there. The 4RM 4-wheel drive system is completely Ferrari. Ferrari engineered it, Ferrari created it, and Ferrari put it on the FF and the GT4Lusso. Now, it is actually 50% lighter than a conventional 4-wheel drive system. That's ridiculous. I mean, Ferrari being lightweight stuff, you kind of expect them to be lighter, but 50% lighter, that's mind-boggling. Now, not only does the 4-wheel drive have torque vectoring, but it also has, like I said earlier, all-wheel drive and all-wheel steering, aka four-wheel drive and torque vectoring goes into one, as long as you have money and computers. Now, four-wheel steering, just like on Lamborghini and other cars, both wheels turn the same way, both pairs of wheels turn the same way at higher speeds and opposite ways at lower speeds. Lower speeds to get you around the turns faster, and higher speeds to create more stable turning and more stable maneuverability. Makes sense, right? And Ferrari put this in the GTC4Lusso, a Grand Tourer with almost 700 horsepower. Mind-boggling! So, let's see how brain-explodingly gorgeous. That was weird. Anyway, don't know where that came from. Let's go check out the interior. So, let's hop inside, turn on some AC, because here in Texas, man, it's hot. So, let's check it out. Wow, guys, I mean, talk about full-on luxury in a Ferrari. Gorgeous interior, gorgeous four real seats that I can fit in every single one, with plenty of headroom, with a beautiful, beautiful Alcantara ceiling, leather with red stitching throughout, a beautiful carbon and leather steering wheel with all the gorgeous switches, paddle shifters, and everything, with an absolutely mind-boggling yellow tachometer with your two little instrument clusters on the left and right, and a massive infotainment system screen. The Ferrari GTC4Lusso has an absolutely stunning interior. Also comfortable, also quite spacious. So no matter what your weight, no matter what your size, you are going to fit in this car, and you are going to fit in this car comfortably. I am 6'3", I have plenty of legroom, I have plenty of headroom. The seat can go farther back too. Obviously, I mean, it goes all the way back to the back seat, which even like a freaking 7-foot person can fit in this car. It is awesome. Now, it is completely different than the FF on the interior. And the biggest thing they changed on the FF to the GTC4Lusso was the AC. Now you see me sweating because I don't have the car on, but the AC in this car has been ramped up so much. They even added like a little gadget which raises up and goes down like a little AC fan in the center, which sends air to the back. And then you got 4 huge air nozzles, which you can point in any direction. They're circular, so they spin and do all kinds of doodly dots. Now, let's talk about storage and let's talk about everything like that. Right here, you got a cute little center console. Emphasis on cute and little. Now you got your 2 cup holders right here. They're quite large, and you got this little flippity flap. Not really sure what that's for, but it's kind of fun to play with. You got a little more storage up in front of that. You close that, you got a nice little dock. You got 2 door side little storage spots right there. Can't remember the name, I'm so sorry. And now in the back, that's new, right? In the back, you also have a very cute and little center console, a little storage up here, and then 2 air vents back there, and then also 2 cup holders. Now the back seats, they're separated just like the front seats by a bridge. I call it a bridge. It's big, it's just a big center console. And it goes all the way back, so there are 2 captain seats back there is what they honestly are. And in the back, in the center, it folds down so you can have room for into the trunk so you can put your skis and all that kind of stuff up through the car, even though I would never do that in a Ferrari. But storage, you got a pretty good amount, honestly. The S-Class, which, yeah, it's a 4-door, and the back seats have yachts of room. Yachts are big, so like lots of room, you know. But shoot, that car has no storage. It's funny. Like the glove box in this is actually bigger than the glove box in the S-Class, guys. Seriously. And you can even open it with a cool little button. Now, what else? The infotainment system has been completely redone. It's so much better. You got Apple CarPlay, you got anything you could possibly want on there. You got a big, massive camera up front and on the back as well for backing up. Now on this car, it has the option for the LED bar in the top of the steering wheel for shifting to tell you right when you shift or should shift. And that's really nice. Really, really nice. That's a kind of like a mandatory add-on, but you don't have to, but a lot of people do. Now, I would like to say a special thanks to Boardwalk of Ferrari. I know this is a weird time to do it, but hey, talking about options, talking about ordering a car. If you are interested in a GTC4Lusso, go hit them up. They are one of the biggest and one of the best Ferrari dealerships in America. They are awesome, guys. They will handle anything you need. If you want one of these, if you want any Ferrari, they can find it and they will get it for you. They have a website as well. I have the link connected in my bio of this video. So go check them out if you want to, because they're awesome. And shoot, they're letting me review their cars. So thank you guys. So I think enough is said about the inside. We've droned on enough. So let's hop to the back. Let me give you that beautiful startup, and then we'll go on a drive. So, to the back. This thing rides like no other Ferrari. This rides as good as any Mercedes, any Porsche. When I say that, I mean like the Panamera, the S-Class, all of those. This is like a limousine. This is like riding on a cloud. And the exhaust is quiet inside, especially in wet and eco. Because, I mean, hey, why would you want to drive around in a Ferrari all day long that's built to drive around and just be a normal car with the tailpipes screaming bloody murder? Why would you want that? So obviously with new active valves, they have now created it to where you can have quiet time and you can have, I want to have fun, I want to be super loud and annoy the neighbors time. Now obviously Ferrari had in mind that idea, and also they had in mind the idea that you want a Ferrari to be a Ferrari, but a lot of people also want one so they can daily drive it. And that's what this car is. That's what the FF was supposed to be. But this is a much better iteration of that. And not only does it go faster very little bit, but it goes faster, it also drives and rides eons better compared to the FF. Also, the four-wheel drive system has improved tremendously. With the Evo add-on, they have now just made it better. I mean, there's no other way to really explain it. It turns sharper. It gives you better... Okay, it actually sounds really good. The four-wheel drive gives you an even better stance when you go faster and you're trying to yaw across the road. And hey, you can't do burnouts in it. But guess what? Ferrari recently just introduced the GTC4Lusso T. Now what is that? That is the V8 variant with 602 horsepower. It is a bi-turbo V8. That gets down the road in 3.5 seconds to 0 to 62. Now, why would you want a V8 in a car that was originally a V12? Let's see. Go back to the idea of a car that is designed to be a daily driver, that is designed to go long distance. You want fuel efficiency too. And that's what that V8 bi-turbo gives you, with a lot of weight taken off and very, very similar horsepower. It's just about 70 horses short of the V12. Now, does that car act differently? Yes, it does. It sounds differently too. So that will be a different day, hopefully soon, who knows. But I will tell y'all about that shortly in weeks or months or years to come. But like all Ferraris, sometimes you just have to put your foot down. It's still a Ferrari in the sense that it goes. And I mean, it doesn't get its taillight like any other Ferrari because it does have four-wheel drive, so that grip is awesome. That grip in all weather climates, in any situation, is there. Especially with that 4RM system, their side slip is tremendously better than any Ferrari or any of its competitors, surprisingly. Who knew? You buy a Ferrari, you get with the best. That makes sense, doesn't it? But hey, I mean, this drive is awesome. As we're driving, let's talk about options in this car. This car has the passenger little dash, which tells you the RPMs and the G-forces. That's really cool that a car can have something for the passenger. Since Ferrari especially is so driver-oriented, they want the passenger to also feel included in the car. And hey, even the back two passengers are included. All four of y'all get to have a real good time in a Ferrari. What other add-ons are in this car? You have these beautiful, beautiful leather stitching seats. Now, you can get them in different options, different colors. Obviously, with Ferrari, you can even build your own color. Create your own color, color match, whatever you want to do, they'll do it for you. And hey, if you want to order one, just walk on down to Boardwalk Ferrari in Dallas, and they'll hook you up. So, what else can they do for this car? They can do all kinds of different wheels, exterior colors, just like the interior. They can match them to any color you want, or create a color that you are interested in. What else? Did I tell you how good this car rides? I mean, it's ridiculous. It's truly like an S-Class. And then, shoot, when you want to put your foot down, it goes. It goes. We actually got our tail a little bit back there with the four-wheel drive. That was impressive. But, dang. And the road noise in this car is actually not that bad. Now, you'd expect a Ferrari or a sports car or a supercar to really actually have road noise and tire drone, but Ferrari's done a really good job of keeping that very minimal and keeping the tire drone very quiet. And it's really impressive how they've kind of soundproofed this car. Now, the sound system is killer. Like any Grand Tour, they gotta have a good sound system. It's awesome, guys. The GT4Lusso is eons better than the FF. It looks better, it drives better, it sounds better. There's not much to say other than that. And as a Grand Tour, this car will rock your world, will do anything you want it to do, will go anywhere you want to. Snow, water, windy, dry, desert. Okay, other than like in the dunes, but don't go in a dune ever with Ferrari. That's just not smart. Anyway, this car will do what you want. It's got plenty of space inside. It's got plenty of legroom. It's got plenty of space back in the back for the back passengers. The GT4, oh my gosh, I can't speak today. The GTC4Lusso is truly, in my opinion, one of the best Grand Tours ever, and especially with four-wheel drive. That's important. So, now that we've gotten to the end of the review, I want to thank you guys for watching so much. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, go hit that big thumbs up. If you didn't, go find a video on my channel, Crash Cars, that you do like, and go like that thumbs up. Hey, go hit that big subscribe button anyway. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I want to give another special, huge thank you to Boardwalk Ferrari and Maserati of Dallas for letting me come out here and reviewing this GTC4Lusso today. Thank you guys. It was an awesome experience. This car is gorgeous. Now, like I said, go browse the channel. It's Crash Cars. Go browse my Instagram and my Facebook. Those are both Crash Cars as well. And I now have a website. It's gorgeous. I want you guys to go check that out as well. It's Crash Cars Online. Hope to see y'all soon. Crash Cars out.